Oh, Cookie!
Whoa!
Wait, Cher!
Huh?
Hey, is that a cookie? We should share.
Oh!
Mine!
So spicy!
I knew it was spicy! Out of control balloons. The whole group is playing ball in the backyard. Bob misses a kick, and the ball rolls toward the fence.
Uh-oh.
Agnes runs after it. As she bends down to pick up the ball, she notices a bunch of balloons tied nearby. Curious, Agnes grabs the balloon string and gives it a tug. A gust of wind blows in, yanking the balloons hard and making Agnes stumble. She holds on tightly, then she's lifted completely off the ground, her feet kicking in the air. Gru turns around, startled, and runs toward her. He reaches for Agnes's legs but slips. Agnes rises higher, drifting away from the yard. Gru runs underneath, jumps again, and manages to grab Agnes's legs. He's dragged a few steps across the grass. The minions rush in to hold on to Gru, forming a line to pull him back. The balloons shake violently. Dr. Nefario runs over and quickly ties the string to a large rock. The balloons slowly descend. Agnes gently touches the ground. The wind calms. Agnes looks at everyone and smiles. Minion gets sucked into a vacuum cleaner morning. Inside the house, sunlight shines into the living room. Poppy is cleaning. Holding the vacuum cleaner. Ring!
Huh?
The phone rings. Poppy stops. Leaves the vacuum in the middle of the room. Turns away to answer the phone. A minion walks by. Notices the vacuum. The minion bends down. The minion reaches a hand inside. Push! Gets sucked all the way in. The vacuum turns on by itself. Zooms wildly around the room. Hits a chair. Changes direction. Other minions panic. Chase after it. The scientist appears, holding a remote. The scientist presses a button. The vacuum doesn't stop. Gru walks straight to the fuse box, pulls the breaker. Click! The whole house goes dark. The vacuum stops. Puff! The minion shoots out of the vacuum. The minion rolls across the floor, covered head to toe in dust. Poppy comes back, stares at the scene. The minions burst out laughing. Translation: rescuing a minion stuck in a water pipe. A large water pipe lies next to the wall. A curious minion bends down to peek into the pipe. Looks around. No one is paying attention. The minion sticks his head in first. Then his whole body slides in. The minion gets stuck in the middle of the pipe. Legs kick wildly, arms flail. Another minion hears the noise and looks inside. Only 2 round eyes spinning inside the pipe. More minions come running. 2 minions pull the legs. 1 minion pushes from the other side, not moving at all. 1 minion gets an idea, runs off and comes back with a bottle of soap, pours a huge amount of soap into the pipe. The minions line up behind the pipe and take a deep breath. Push together! Whoosh! The stuck minion shoots out of the pipe like a rocket. The minion lands straight into a bucket of water. Wearing the bucket on his head, dizzy but gives a thumbs up.
Okay.
The other minions clap and dance happily. Rescuing stuck in the elevator. Gru leads Agnes, Edith, the minions, and the doctor into the elevator. The elevator begins to descend. Suddenly, the elevator shakes slightly, comes to a complete stop. Lights start blinking. Minions, eyes wide, staring at everyone, pressing all the buttons. Agnes clutches her dress, worried. Edith crosses her arms, curiously looking at the ceiling. Gru frowns, observing the situation. Doctor opens his briefcase and takes out a door-opening device. Hastily assembling, Gru steps forward, pulls at the elevator doors with all his strength. The doors don't move. Minions join in, pulling with Gru. The whole group slides backward. Agnes looks down the small gap in the doors. Agnes slips through the gap, disappears outside suddenly. The elevator doors burst open, piles on top of each other. Silence for a few seconds. A minion peeks out first. Agnes stands outside, smiling, gives a thumbs up. The elevator doors close behind them. The group steps out, shaking their heads with a light laugh. Agnes goes missing. The house is quiet. The living room is empty. Poppy walks in, looks around. Poppy calls for Agnes. No answer. Poppy frowns, turns around, searching the room. The minions rush in. Look around, nothing. Poppy raises her hand. Emergency situation. Everyone splits up to search. The minions. Open doors. Look under the table. Check behind the sofa. The minions run back and forth, bumping into each other. Tumbling over. Poppy checks the time. Sweat drips. Agnes is still nowhere to be found. Everyone gathers in the middle of the room. The air goes silent. One minion hears soft breathing. The minion turns, looks toward the window. The curtain gently moves. The minion steps closer, pulls the curtain aside. Agnes is fast asleep behind it. Everyone freezes for a beat. Poppy sighs in relief. The minions look at each other, burst out laughing. Agnes chasing the butterfly. On a sunny afternoon, Agnes sat on the steps, holding a lollipop and watching a butterfly flutter around. She suddenly jumped up and ran after it, giggling. The butterfly flew out through the gate, and Agnes chased it into the street, completely focused. Gru was reading a newspaper, and the minions were playing with a rolling banana, unaware of what was happening. One minion panicked and raised the alarm, causing the whole group to trip over each other. Agnes stopped at the edge of the road, the butterfly landing on the crosswalk. A car came speeding, but Gru rushed over just in time, scooping Agnes up and pulling her to safety. The minions slid along the ground, forming a barrier and catching their breath. Agnes hugged the butterfly and waved as it flew away. The whole group smiled with relief. The fridge that ate things, a hungry minion wanders in, looking for food. The minion opens the fridge, eyeing the food, reaches in to grab a cake. Bam! The fridge suddenly slams shut. The minion's hand gets stuck in the fridge. The minion pulls, won't come out, feet flailing everywhere. Other minions rush over, grab the trapped minion's hand, pull together with all their strength. Crack! Everyone flies backward. Minions pile up on top of each other, arms and legs everywhere. The minion's hand still stuck. Gru walks over. Gru grips the fridge handle tightly, takes a deep breath, yanks hard. Bang! The fridge door bursts open. Food explodes out like fireworks. Cakes, veggies, milk scatter across the kitchen. The minion pulls their hand free, falls flat on the floor. The whole group freezes, staring at the food flying everywhere. The minions burst out laughing. Gru lets out a sigh of relief. Poppy spots danger. On a warm, sunny afternoon in the garden, Agnes sat on the grass, carefully stacking her colorful building blocks. Stuart and Bob were playfully tossing a banana back and forth. Poppy stood a little ways off, watering the plants while keeping an eye on the whole yard, humming softly as she worked. Suddenly, Poppy noticed a box precariously placed up high. She tilted her head, eyes wide, watching. A gentle breeze blew, and the box wobbled. Panicked, Poppy waved to warn everyone. The box began to slide down. Stuart and Bob shouted, collided, and tumbled on the grass. Agnes froze, clutching her toys. Poppy rushed over and pulled Agnes back just in time. Crash! The box hit the ground, luckily missing everyone. The group let out a sigh of relief, still wide-eyed from the shock. The dog out of control. An afternoon at the park. A wide, quiet pathway. Gru holds the dog leash, standing firm. The minions walk behind. Agnes walks ahead, holding a small ball. Agnes accidentally drops the ball. The ball rolls away. The dog looks at the ball, then runs after it. The leash pulls tight. Gru is dragged forward. The minions help pull, their feet wobbling. The whole group gets dragged in a line. Unable to keep up, the ball rolls around a stone bench. The dog changes direction to follow. Gru squeezes through the minions, behind bump into each other. The ball slows down. The dog slows too. The ball stops. The dog stops immediately. The whole group, carried by momentum, piles up and falls over. Agnes runs over, picks up the ball. The dog sits down, wagging its tail around Agnes. Gru and the minions lie on the ground, look at each other and burst out laughing. Forming a DIY band an afternoon in the backyard, Poppy sits and drinks some water. Agnes sits nearby, playing with toys. One minion flips a pot upside down, uses a spoon to tap it. Clang! The minion jumps in surprise right arrow, taps again. Clang! Clang! Another minion runs over right arrow, grabs a cardboard box, slaps the box with his hands, thump thump. Agnes gets curious arrow right, picks up an empty plastic bottle, shakes it, rattle rattle. The group looks at each other, arrow right. They start playing a band arrow right. Everyone has a different rhythm. Poppy stands up, arrow right, claps along to the beat. One minion keeps drumming arrow right, gets more and more excited, arrow right. Drums while dancing, clang, clang. Dance is too hard. The spoon slips out of his hand. Whoosh! The spoon hits another minion on the head. Then everyone bursts out laughing. Whose plane flies the highest? An afternoon at the park. Agnes and two minions sit on the grass. Between them is a stack of colorful paper. Agnes picks a blue sheet, folds a paper airplane. The first minion chooses red paper. The second minion chooses yellow paper. 3 paper airplanes are placed side by side, bright and colorful. The group stands on the grass, looking toward the open space ahead. Agnes throws first, gliding gently with the wind, lands the farthest. The minion's eyes go wide. The first minion throws the red plane, falls right behind him. The second minion takes a strong run up. The yellow plane shoots high into the sky, makes a big looping glide. Everyone looks up following it. The second minion raises his hands to celebrate early. Bam! The yellow plane hits the minion, right on the forehead. The minion freezes, eyes spinning. Agnes covers her mouth, laughing. Edith stuck in the trash bin. Edith walks slowly at the back of the group. Her eyes dart left and right, full of mischief. She stops in front of a large trash bin. She glances around, making sure no one is watching. She climbs in. The lid immediately snaps shut. Agnes stops. She doesn't see Edith. The minions scatter, searching, looking behind benches, looking under trees. No one is there. From afar, a garbage truck appears, moving slowly, getting closer. Gru sees the truck. His eyes shift to the trash bin on the curb. He freezes. Gru runs over. The minions chase behind. Dr. Nefario steps forward, opens the control panel at the back of the truck. The lifting lever starts to operate. The lid flips open. Edith slides out. The minions stretch their arms to catch her. Edith lands safely on the ground. The minions collapse onto the ground, exhausted. 3 minions notice a big red button on a table. No one knows what the button does.
Huh?
Small minion secretly presses the button. A giant ball suddenly drops from above. The giant ball starts rolling around the room. The minions try to catch the ball. Tall minion comes up with a plan. The ball rolls stronger than expected. One-eyed minion notices the red button again. They press the button together. The giant ball transformed into many smaller balls. The minions happily start playing with the balls. Forming a DIY band an afternoon in the backyard. Poppy sits and drinks some water. Agnes sits nearby playing with toys. One minion flips a pot upside down, uses a spoon to tap it. Clang! The minion jumps in surprise right arrow, taps again. Clang! Clang! Another minion runs over right, grabs a cardboard box, slaps the box with his hands, thump thump. Agnes gets curious, picks up an empty plastic bottle, shakes it, rattle rattle. The group looks at each other. They start playing a band. Everyone has a different rhythm. Poppy stands up, claps along to the beat. One minion more and more excited. Running while dancing. Clang! Clang! Dance is too hard. The spoon slips out of his hand. Whoosh! The spoon hits another minion on the head. Then everyone bursts out laughing. Agnes drops the cake. Agnes carefully carries a large cake, the white frosting wobbling slightly. She beams with excitement, her eyes sparkling. Kevin is wiping the table. Stuart sits on a chair eating a banana. Bob lies on the floor hugging his stuffed bear. And Poppy stands near the kitchen, eyes following every movement. Agnes takes a few more steps and slips. The cake spins slowly in the air. Rue reaches for it and misses. Kevin jumps, but still can't catch it. Stuart slides across the floor. Bob lunges and trips over Kevin, flipping over. Poppy manages to pull Bob out of the way, then reaches for the cake herself. Then, bam! The cake lands right on Kevin's face. Frosting splatters everywhere. Stuart and Bob crash into Kevin, and now all three minions are covered head to toe in frosting. Poppy stands by in time, though a few streaks of frosting are stuck in her hair. Morning warm-up. Morning at the park. A wide lawn, fresh air. Rue demonstrates the warm-up moves, raises his arms, lowers them. Agnes stands beside him, copies every move perfectly. The minions stand behind, watching Gru, watching Agnes. Gru leans to the left, then to the right. Agnes follows, perfectly in sync. The minions imitate. Some lean left, some lean right. Arms out of rhythm. Gru switches to squats. Down, up. Agnes squats neatly. Gru moves to arm rotations. Steady rhythm. Agnes rotates her arms gently. The minions rotate their arms, bump into each other, lose their formation. Gru turns around, looks at the line of minions. A moment of silence. Gru switches to jumping in place. Agnes jumps on beat. The minions jump along. Some jump early. Some jump late. The whole group turns chaotic. Gru puts his hands on his hips. Sighs. The minions sit on the ground. Burst out laughing.
Whoa!
What is this? Smells good.
Oh!
Aha! What did you find? An orange. Nice. Let me peel it. Whoa, so sour.
Oh!
What are you two doing? We found an orange. Whoa, sour. Sour but yummy. One-Eye Minion walks into the room and notices a ball on the floor. One-Eye Minion gently kicks the ball. Small Minion walks in and sees the ball rolling. Small Minion kicks the ball back. The two minions kick the ball back and forth. Tall Minion walks into the room and sees them playing. Tall Minion joins the game. Now all three minions are playing together. The ball rolls too fast and hits the wall. The ball bounces straight into One-Eye Minion. The other two minions see what happened. The two minions burst out laughing. The escalator runs backward, a busy shopping mall. The whole group stands on the escalator. The escalator moves normally. Everyone stands still. Suddenly, the escalator changes direction. It starts running backward. The speed increases. Everyone slides backward. The minions grab the handrail. Their feet push hard on the steps, but they keep getting pulled back. One minion loses balance, rolls slightly backward. Gru turns around, grabs the first minion, pulls him off the escalator. Gru pulls the second minion, then the third. The escalator moves even faster. Only one minion left. The last minion tries to stand firm. His feet keep slipping. His body spins in place, spinning faster and faster. Gru reaches out, pulls hard. The minion flies off the escalator. Everyone falls into a pile on the floor. The escalator stops. The last minion lies on the ground, eyes spinning. The group looks at each other. The minions burst out laughing. Gru sighs in relief. The shirt carried away. By the wind and afternoon in the yard, Agnes is hanging out laundry. The wind grows stronger. The clothes flutter wildly. Whoosh! One shirt slips off the line, flies up and gets caught on a tree branch. Agnes is startled, looks up. Two minions playing nearby run over. First minion arrow, jumps and reaches for it. Too short, second minion arrow. Uses a stick to poke the shirt arrow, whoosh! Arrow. The stick gets stuck on the branch too. Agnes goes into the shed and pulls out a ladder. She sets the ladder under the tree. The minions hold the ladder. Agnes climbs up. Agnes stretches out her hand, almost reaching the shirt. Screech! The ladder slips. Agnes loses her balance, arms flailing. The minions panic. Grab the ladder tight. The ladder shakes hard, everyone wobbling. Thud! Agnes slides down safely to the ground, sitting flat. The minions tumble on top of each other. Up above, the wind changes direction. The shirt falls down, landing right in front of Agnes.
What's this? Tick tock, tick tock. Huh? Tick tock, tick. What are you doing? Huh? Listen to this. Oh, tick tock. Funny sound. What are you two doing? We're listening to the clock. Let me try. Tick tock, tick tock. Hey, be careful. What's happening? Ring, ring, ring! Ah! Whoa, the clock is yelling! That scared me. It's just a clock, but it's really loud.
The great cleanup battle Gru's house is neat and quiet. Gru steps outside and closes the door. Inside, three minions look at each other and grin mischievously. One minion opens the flower cabinet. Poof! Flour explodes, covering the house in white. Another minion pours paint onto the floor, slips and falls, leaving a long, colorful streak. The third minion eats bananas and throws the peels everywhere. Fast cuts, comedic rhythm. The house slowly turns into a battlefield. The door opens. Gru freezes. The camera pans across the chaos. Flour, paint, bananas, wrecked furniture. Gru crosses his arms, frowns, and taps his foot. He points at the floor. Clean up. A minion grabs a mop and slips and falls, dragging a bucket of water along. Another minion vacuums and accidentally sucks up a banana. A minion wipes the window. The more he wipes, the blurrier it gets. The more they clean, the messier it becomes. Gru sighs and picks up a broom to demonstrate. The minions watch, then seriously copy him. The house gradually becomes clean again. An afternoon by the lake. The lake is calm, a light breeze blowing. The whole group is fishing along the shore. Gru sits on a chair. The minions stand behind. Peeking around curiously, the bobber twitches. Gru stares intently. The bobber sinks. Gru jerks the rod up. Nothing. Gru exhales. A minion gets impatient, pulls the rod to help Gru. The rod shakes violently. The minions crowd in to pull everyone's strains together. The rod bends to its limit. Everyone is tense. Whip, pulling up. An old boot, dripping water. The whole group freezes. Agnes tilts her head, looks at the boot. One minion laughs first. The whole group bursts out laughing. Gru looks at the boot, sighs just then. The nearby bobber jerks hard. Agnes bends down, gently lifts the rod. A small fish jumps out of the water. Agnes beams, the minions gape. The fish flaps wildly, falls back into the lake. Agnes looks surprised. The minions laugh uncontrollably. Fake explosion experiment. Dr. Nefario stands in front of a large machine full of buttons and wires. Excitedly, he presses the start button. Immediately, the lights on the machine flash rapidly, and the screen displays a countdown timer. The minions' eyes widen as they begin to chatter nervously. The countdown speeds up, the machine vibrates slightly, and it emits a series of beep-beep sounds. Panic spreads through the group. The countdown reaches its final number. Everyone holds their breath. Suddenly, the machine stops. There is no explosion. Instead, it shoots out colorful confetti and smoke, filling the lab. The minions freeze for a moment, then burst into laughter, dancing in the shower of paper. Dr. Nefario adjusts his glasses, grinning proudly. Gru exhales in relief. Agnes claps excitedly, and the entire laboratory becomes lively and full of color.